All right. Gosh, quite a few folks showed up right all at once. That's great. Tonight, I think I'm going to be discussing a little bit about ARM and NVIDIA. This is crazy that NVIDIA has decided to go ahead and buy ARM for $40 billion. Of course, buying ARM for $40 billion is something like I can't remember. It's $20 billion in stocks. Um, there's some cash involved. There's some other promises. So it's not just them handing over $40 billion in cash, because it's not the way it is now. Of course, SoftBank, they're kind of a huge investment firm. Well, I mean, they do all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. I mean, to think that he started out as a software seller in Japan and now is worth billions is a dude who not only hit the right time, but was also a very good businessman, and really thought well beyond just software. Amir, welcome. You're more than welcome to post some questions, especially about fabs. I don't know about the Patreon post. Oh no, yeah. The we're bringing back the Ask the PC Per mailbag. Yes, that mailbag. Hey, Joffins, good to see you. So today, play a little Warships. We're gonna play this nice French battleship that I'm trying to advance in. I need to get another tier 10 ship to get a super container. I've only got like 3 days to do it. So this is a very snappy looking camouflage. It never actually appeared this way in real life. In fact, I don't think the Alsace was ever a real ship, but I could be wrong. I know, like Dunkirk was. Yes, you do need to play some warships. It's a good one for us old folks, because it's slow. So let's get started. There's a few battleships on. So the thing, of course, that everybody is asking about is, what is NVIDIA going to do with all the other licensees of ARM? And for the short term, we could say that they probably are not going to do a whole lot. They can probably keep things, the status quo. They will develop plans with the leadership of ARM. I don't know how it's going to be all set up. If it's going to be a wholly owned subsidiary, if they're going to actually fold it into NVIDIA somehow. Are they going to rename it? I don't really know. ARM has been around for 40 years now, almost. Acorn Computing, I think. I can't remember. Where do we want to go? I guess we're going to be covering A. Let's be nice to people. Yeah, Acorn Research Machine. And a really interesting group. Built computers, started to own, design their own chips, RISC cores. They kind of focused on lower power for a long time, very, very basic stuff. Became quite popular throughout the 90s in a lot of integrated applications and lower end stuff. And, they were pretty small until, well, Apple came around and decided to make an iPhone and utilize ARM cores. And they had the software ability, and it was a revolutionary product. Some people love it, some people hate it, but it's basically the first real smartphone that we had that had this kind of functionality. There were other full screen phones, whatever, but yeah, it was really what supercharged ARM and made them a much more aggressive company because they had more licensees coming in after Apple chose their CPUs to power their products. But yeah, for the time being, we have not heard how much ARM makes a quarter because it was kind of wholly owned by SoftBank, and so nobody has any clue about what they were making per quarter because it was all hush hush. It was all just kind of rolled into what SoftBank was doing. So we didn't have a whole lot of information. But it's got to be, they've got to be a $1 billion a quarter type guys, considering how much they were starting to make when they were acquired by SoftBank. These guys are going to whoop me so bad. They're going to hurt me. I best be turning around. Because it looks like the destroyer got out of A. He's probably coming around this corner. And I've got another all sauce in Iowa coming along. But anyway, short term, they're going to get probably a $1 billion a quarter boost just from the licensing business of ARM. And they have been extremely aggressive in different markets in addressing many, many different products. From IoT to cell phones, and now we've got them in laptops. They're doing very, very well, obviously. I better slow down so I don't miss the action. All stations reporting the position of a strategic target. Yeah, Newton used ARM, but of course, those didn't exactly sell all that well. And it was, over too hot, ate too much battery. It was, not a great product for Apple, but it did kind of lead the way with, PDAs. He's kind of broadside to me. Did I aim far enough? That's it? What a bunch of crap. So yeah, I mean, they still had a lot of products out there, but nowhere near after what happened with the iPhone. We'll see if I do a decent job with that. No, aimed too far ahead this time. 2 overpens. So anyhow, what was I saying? Probably a lot of stupid stuff. We don't know what Apple's ARM is going to do with their other partners, but it's pretty likely that they're not going to do anything in the short term. In 5 years, I mean, someone was asking in chat, will they be competing with Intel? And the answer to that is no. They've got a long ways to go to be able to do anything like that. Come on, somebody show up. Now it's time for me to turn around. Now, something else other people have been asking is, after a couple of years, will they just simply stop selling to other people and try to corner the market on these low-power ARM-based architecture? And there are a lot of people who don't like NVIDIA. They don't like the way they do business. I guess I'm pretty neutral there. I realize that they are not an altruistic company. They're there to make a buck, and in some cases a lot of bucks. but they're not they're not out there for your and I's, you know, good. They make good products, makes our lives easier, but they're not a company with, you know, really your best interests at heart, because that's just kind of silly. They're there to make a buck. They're there to, you know, provide their employees with money, and, you know, ooh, that was a good one. So it's not crazy to think that if they have a long-term plan of what do I do here? Is he going fast, slow? No. But I'm gonna get out of dodge because we're gonna get the Baltics coming in. I guess I'm just trying to say the long and short of it is, I don't think that they're going to give up that amount of money. What's this guy? What the hell is this guy doing? Going into my cannons. That's what he's doing. 3 ricochets. That's ball. That is a lot. I mean, if you think about, you know, NVIDIA's got, what, they're going to make about 4.4 billion this next coming quarter. They're not going to give up, you know. Oh, I was wondering if I was going to get me that much money. I mean, that's 25% of what? And it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to... I mean, they could have, you know... Okay, I need to not get broadside by this Iowa, and I need to deliver some punishment because we're losing. Alright, he's got it. Why is everybody always picking on me? Uh-oh. Gumo. That ain't good. Not the Felcher. Nobody can see me. Why have I got not the fire stopped? And here's the thing. So, let's say NVIDIA decides to say, screw all you licensees, all you architectural guys. Everybody goes to SI5 and Risk 5. They're gonna, I mean, they're killing off kind of their own infrastructure that they own. They're killing off a lot of their... Ooh, hey, there's an Iowa. He's mostly broadside to me. Killing off all the advantages that they have, that a massive ecosystem of software that makes their offerings very rich, very attractive. Oh, Albemarle, you dirty rat bugger. You're gonna try to set me on fire. Well, guess what? See if we can sit you. Nope, he slowed down. Or never mind. This Iowa wants to make duck soup of me. Must keep. That hurt. Maybe I can give you a little love back. Not that much. I mean, by doing that, by stopping all the licenses, architectural licenses, everything, you've now destroyed the value of your company, of this particular aspect. I mean, yes, they may be able to keep selling, you know, some CPUs to some guys, but this ain't gonna be good. Because I really don't want this Iowa to come near our CV. CV's gonna be pissed.
Engine boost deactivated.
Oh, that hurt. This is a little angle dependent. So I think long term, I think NVIDIA may leave ARM essentially alone. Let them do what they're doing. Basically still be in control of the vast, vast majority of cell phones, IoT, processors, everything that's out there. They can make really good money doing that, and it's growing year by year. Why did I do that? Some days I'm not very smart, not paying attention. I led that destroyer right toward BB. He's not going to be pleased with me. Oh, shoot, why did I start turning right then? That wasn't very smart. He held up his shot. Terrible. So what are my thoughts on RISC-V setting up to compete with ARM? That's good. They're doing good thing by setting themselves up. I mean, the promise of RISC-V is always kind of been there. They're, you know, kind of an open source. Their licensing is nice. You know, these companies can set up their own design. They can add stuff in where they want and where it makes sense. I mean, there is going to be some fracturing of stuff, especially if I know that's a dumb way to say it. Especially if you add a bunch of extra kind of instructions and components, and you need to really, you know, work with OS guys or, you know, your in-house firmware people to get that stuff working. I mean, that works for you. That's great. That's, you know, hey, I'm making a hard drive controller. I'm using RISC-V, and I want these kind of features in here because I need this kind of throughput and this kind of workload, and you can really design around that. But if you're making like a cell phone design, you've kind of got to make it a little bit more generic, because you're competing against ARM products, and you've got to have some low-level things that, you know, aren't going to make the software people mad trying to port stuff over to RISC-V. I mean, I know I'm making this far more simplistic than it actually is, but it's you know, I don't know. I mean, if ARM continues along where they are, and if NVIDIA allows them to, I don't think RISC-V is going to ever be big enough to really overtake ARM. But RISC-V is a good product for what it's being used for. I mean, think, what is it, Western Digital? I believe they're one of the bigger Risk 5 consumers. A lot of their controllers are utilizing designs in house using Risk 5. And so that's a pretty good deal for them. It works out well. It gives Risk 5 and SI5 some good customers and basic. I gotta see what I got here. I need another 139 main battery hips. Hips don't lie. Overall, didn't do so good, but what can you do? I mean, we're probably going to talk about this a little bit more tomorrow. I mean, it was a big deal. $40 billion is not small. And NVIDIA already bought Mellanox, was it earlier this year? And that's already turned out to be a nice little moneymaker for them. So that's a positive. We've kind of seen this behavior before from NVIDIA. Yes, Joffins, $40 billion can almost buy you an RTX 3090. What is happening with ARM China? That thing is a mess. Because, so, if you're doing any kind of business in China, you need to have a company or a portion of your company in China that is owned by the Chinese Communist Party at 51%. So you're a minority stakeholder in this sub company, and that's what ARM China is. It's 51% China, 49% ARM. And last I heard, the CEO or president or whatever of ARM China is kind of went rogue, and ARM can't get rid of him. And there's strange things going on there. Last I heard, they may have figured it out by now, but ARM doesn't really have control, and so they do this kind of sub licensing through this ARM China, and I don't think China has complete control over the architecture. Obviously, AMD did a very similar thing so that x86 can't kind of be I mean, they could do reverse engineering to a point, but when you're talking about a $9 billion or 9 billion transistor complex CPU, it's a a decade long endeavor. So, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what NVIDIA does with China, because I don't think Jensen Huang is really a fan of anybody else controlling companies, and so while ARM is fully controlled by NVIDIA, ARM China is not. So it would be very interesting if I mean, they're a major customer, and it's 1.7 1.8 billion people who all have to have cell phones essentially. That's just a massive market, and it's kind of weird and scary, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I thought I heard that you're no longer allowed to use cash in China anymore. That it's all by ePay type options, either cards or through your cell phone. And I'm not a big fan of that. I still like using cash. Scratch is where it's at. So let's do another fight. Any other questions? But long and short of it is, I don't think NVIDIA is going to kill their licensing. Now, some people don't like NVIDIA, which is pretty obvious, and there may be companies who will choose not to do business with them ever again. There's some rumors that some people say that Apple is still mad at NVIDIA due to the Ballgate, issues that they had that caused so many returns of their laptops and whatnot. But I think Apple's probably a little bit easier to deal with now. They may not use an NVIDIA graphics chip, but they will certainly continue to license, have an architectural license through ARM slash NVIDIA. Plus, I mean, Apple has changed platforms before. So they went from the Motorola 6800 to PowerPC to x86, and now their desktop and laptops are going to be going to ARM. And their software stack is, I mean, they want their entire software stack to be based on ARM. It just, developing for x86 and ARM is it's easier than it used to be due to good compilers and a lot more developer tools. What's this guy gonna do? But it's still not great. Gotta answer folks before they start doing bad things. That's the old Jean Bart. Oh, make up your mind, dude. All I want to do is be, because C is always a death trap. Look at all the people going to C. Yeah, it seems like they've MirPC has an Apple bin on 6502, 6800K, Intel, ARM, PowerPC, Intel, and now fully ARM. Yeah, they have changed around their stuff more than pretty much anybody else, and they've done okay. Come on, shoot him down. 73 points. It's crap. Yeah. But I don't see, Apple holding a grudge that they're going to somehow just say, we're changing a decade of plans. We're not going to do anything with ARM. We're going to do SI5. Yeah, I just don't see that happening. But I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Yes, I hate it when people go C from this side because it's just it does not work with a dam. Ever. Ooh, Buffalo. And the Nevsky. He could whoop me. Not really. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that hurt. That feel good? I think it felt good. Boy, these guys are just giving me broadside. I love it. More broadside. Oh, is he turning away? Is the Nevsky turning? Yeah. Alright. See if we can get a good shot. Probably too late. What can you do? I think there's a DD around here. Look at these guys. Sitting behind an island. Really? Really, dudes? I love people. See if I get lucky. That I will. Our guys are getting whooped. Fools. Fools! Alright, fine. I'll cap. Maybe I'll get a lucky shot on. It's gonna be hard to cap with AA. See if he'll turn away, and if so, make a better shot for my shells. No, he turned in. Dirty bugger. Oh, my team. You guys are killing me, Smalls.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
These guys are killing me. Yes, turn into my...
The enemy team has taken the lead. Enemy battleship sighted.
These guys are no help. That Amagi wants to come and eat my lunch. Can I get the Salem?
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Yes. Oh boy. Come on, give me some sugar. That's what I want to see.
Enemy severely damaged. Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes astern.
Must get plane. 7 overpens. That's just wrong. I really should get the heck out of Dodge. They're gonna just pick me apart.
The ship is on fire.
It's gonna be grim. Yep, there we go. They've collapsed this east side.
Engine
I'm
boost
being
activated.
constantly radared by Buffalo. Oh yeah, thank you. Hi, how are you?
Enemy cruiser sunk.
How you like me now? I'm still gonna take some hurt. Yes, rollerblade style wheels. That's what I used on my wife's. They're worked out really well. I enjoy them. Sometimes she gets a little crazy, but, you know, what can you do? God, stop. Why you gotta... Why these guys gotta hurt me so bad? The pain. Let's see if we can't get a little JB action here. I gotta get out of here. This is too much. $100,000 damage, not horrible. My team's not being terribly helpful. I guess good enough. Wait, what's this JB doing back here? What the flying fuck stand? Yeah, the dispersion on this ship is terrible. I need a better target. Why can't anybody show me one? There he is. Is he turning? Yes. Let's give him something to think about. Come on, come on, come on. That hurt. We might have a chance. Maybe.
Engine boost deactivated.
I do need a less flammable ship. We all could use less flames in our lives in this game. This guy is... Let's see if we can hit him in the sweet spot. Because let me tell you, JB's got some sweet spots, but I forget how fast it is. Ugh. Slow down, angle. Come on, come on, come on. Well, that works. Who's our biggest, closest target? Hopefully I get lucky here. No. Fair, not great. What in God's green earth is that battleship doing in an A? I guess he's getting his stool pushed in. I'm gonna get so nailed. See, the Nevsky's like this great fire starter. We need more big hits.
Engine boost activated.
Shikaku. Let's see if I can hit him in the sweet spot.
Problem solved, sir. The ship is on fire. Fighter airborne.
the humanity. No repairs. That blows. I'm dead. Yeah, the Sebastian posted a little bit of stuff. He's doing the review tomorrow. NDA lifts. Usually, yeah, 6 a.m. Pacific typically. And he's got all the benchmarks. He did it on a 3900X system. I think that he was able to do some PCIe 4.0 and 3.0 A/B testing. I'm hoping he did. If not, then that's certainly definitely going to be a thing that they, he's going to do here soon. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing how well it performs from a variety of sources. I think it's going to be a pretty good part. Certainly he's going to be pulling the power, but who cares? We got power to burn. What else? He has a variety of resolutions and whatnot, and all kinds of benchmarks and games, and he does his typical good stuff. He's a very solid reviewer. Different from Ryan, but Ryan had been doing this for 20 years before he went to see Intel. So it'll be nice to have a big outing with a next generation stuff with Sebastian at the helm, and we'll see how it goes. Amorphous 10, way to use that huge health pool to help me out. People, seriously. Anyway, 157k. That's not horrible. No, I don't know anything firsthand. I mean, I know basically some of the performance, but he's doing the write up. He went to the editor's day, listened to the editor's day, I guess. So he's all ready to go. He's raring, and it's gonna be fun. This is really, I mean, the 2000 series was interesting. The 3000 series is really interesting. In fact, the performance leaps that we've seen at kind of the levels that they're supporting, I haven't seen since the Radeon 9700 Pro, when that was released, and they had the previous Radeon 8500 and the GeForce 4 Ti 4800 was the top end NVIDIA card. The 9700 Pro was I mean, it was double the performance, in fact more. And yeah, it was a serious beast. That was a great card. I had great memories of that particular product. Hey, we may actually win. This makes no sense. This can't be right. Hopefully Musashi will. So kill him. Kill him. Nice. Wow, this might actually be. I can't tell you how happy I am. The joy. Palpable. But anyway, yeah, 9700 Pro was, a fantastic. I remember loading up Call of Duty Medal of Honor and playing for the first time at reasonable frame rates at 1600 by 1200. And that was just, and with anti-aliasing, because they had pretty good anti-aliasing with that Radeon series. I mean, it was a monster card. It was awesome. And we're kind of looking at a kind of generational performance increase, much that same way. So we're really, see, now that's not so good. That just takes us back down to where we don't need to be. Who is Jarmbar chasing? The Salem. Ooh, he should just go back and kill it. Kill the Salem. He doesn't have torpedoes. Anyway, I won't tell him what to do. There he is. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. He's broadside. Get it, get it. Dude. Oof. That's pretty good, though. We're going to win. Amazing. Nice. Now we'll see the all-important stats and how I did. I got some pretty big kills. A couple devastating strikes. Ooh, that's pretty big money. Look at all of those. I'm pretty pleased. 6 citadels, only 2 destroyed, but 107, 160 almost. That's pretty good. Oh, no, I got top. Lots of planes to shot down. Best in the team. It's kind of sad, but what can you do? Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be probably having the podcast tomorrow. We'll talk about a lot of these different things. We'll chat about NVIDIA ARM, get the other fellas' impressions. We're going to be talking about the 3080 release. And then the day after that is when you can play, you can buy one. If you're lucky. And somehow I don't feel that I'm probably going to be very lucky. Because, boy, I don't think they're going to have a whole lot at launch. And it's going to be hard to pick one up with everybody else trying to get one. And they're releasing, kind of the sweet spot model first. The 3700 looks, 3070, sorry, looks to be, a really good buy at $499. But with that, all that extra performance at $699, that's really good. So, but anyway, fellas, I think that I'm gonna cut this stream off. That's 49 minutes of you guys really not wanting to hear me talk about absolutely nothing anymore. Yes, Barack McBush, I am also afraid that miners will start getting their hands on it, but that's, they're going to be going through the same venues as we are, and Newegg and Amazon, they're probably going to have, a limit of one per customer, and we'll go from there. No, I'm probably going to call it good, get my kids something to eat. I do need more ships, so anywhere. I'm not going to tell you where babies come from. I have no idea after. I adopted 2 kids, so what do I know? Anyway, guys, have a good evening, and we will hopefully talk to you soon.